Good evening, everybody. We are live tonight, coming at you with our Wednesday night show on July 10th. So we are super excited for today. Hope that everybody is doing awesome today and you had a productive day. So super excited. We have a background. We have a background. So I'm super excited about that. My daughter helped me a lot today because her art is way better than mine. And so she put together this whole background thing. So I hope that you guys are doing awesome. I hope you like the background. So we're slowly stepping our game up one day at a time. So we've got, I'll kind of show you everything here. I'll get out of the way. Got our serve, learn, grow, adapt with freedom in the middle, which is our goal. How's it going tonight, Trey? How are you doing? So hope you're doing well. We have a brand new background, so I'm really excited about that. I'm going to throw a poll question up here in just a second, if it'll let me. I want to throw a poll question. There it is. Second, there we go. Let's do a poll background. Pretty good. Really good. Awesome. All right. Make me feel good. How's it going, Kat? Yes, we are live. We have a background tonight with our Serve, Learn, Grow, Adapt that my daughter made for me. So hope that you are doing well. As everybody's coming in. So let me know. That's the poll question. How do you like the backgrounds? Pretty good, really good, or awesome. Give us some feedback. Make us feel good about ourselves here. So my daughter did all the awesome artwork behind you. And so we're really excited about this. Trying to slowly make this look a little more professional. At least you can't see the closet behind me anymore. So we got our serve, learn. Hey, I like the awesome. Thank you, Tornado. Serve, learn, grow, adapt. And they can't see it all. Serve, learn, grow, adapt with freedom in the middle. And we got our Samurai Brothers game on top. So anyway, I hope you guys like it. We're trying to make this a little bit better. I'll probably use this in some of my videos. We'll keep fiddling with it. We might try to move it up a little bit. Trying to figure out. It's just up with painter's tape right now, so we'll see if that holds. So anyway, awesome. Appreciate the feedback on Team Awesome. All right, so tonight we are going to talk about the best gear to bring with you. So I have three categories that are physical gear, and then one category that is stuff that you kind of bring with you, but a little different. I'll explain that when we get to it. So, hey, that's awesome, Tornado. I know there's tons of streams out there all the time. You know, we conflict with other streams, and I just figure at this point I just pick the same time every day, and that's how it goes sometimes. So it's no big deal. I know we got people who catch it on replay and different things. So we'll just hang out with whoever here tonight. I appreciate the heads up though, for sure. So yeah, but we're gonna get into this and we'll do our what you're drinking and then channel update and everything else. So broken into three different categories. So category one that I have for the best delivery gear, and we're not going to get into like the specifics so much, though I got a couple of things to show you hiding under the table behind me, which is also kind of nice. So I can have reference stuff, or I can bring stuff up, or have extra things on display. Um, so yeah, sounds good, Tony. I will definitely do that sometime. We're just there's a lot of time management stuff. So we're gonna talk time management next week because I need to. There's a lot of things I got to get figured out before the school year starts. So I want to kind of learn some things, teach you guys some things, and figure out best use of everything. It's I mean, I usually go straight from putting the kids to bed to getting everything on a live stream. Um, so I'm excited to do a lot of stuff, but man, the day goes fast. It's amazing. So So what is the delivery gear? So this is area one. Area one is delivery gear. So delivery gear, we're going to post that up there. So delivery gear. And again, this is coming from our brainstorm session. Now, anything that is related to the car, we're not going to cover because we covered that last night. Most anything that is related directly to the phone, we're also not going to cover tonight. We're going to cover that tomorrow night. Okay. So this is things, these are like the actual supplies that you'd want to have in the car with you that aren't phone related, that aren't car related. Okay. So this comes from our group brainstorm on Sunday night. And I'll display a couple of things for you guys as best as I can. And well, we're gonna have some links in here tonight too, just because of the nature of this. We'll show you a few things. I don't have links for every single thing. I'm gonna try not to spam you guys too hard, and it's mostly the stuff that's already in there. Yeah. So, so hot bags. Hot bags is where you got to start. Okay. I get it. It's summertime. You can make the argument that people do all the time that you don't need hot bags. You do. I really believe that you do. Not for multiple reasons. I believe you need it for professionalism. I believe you need it for food safety. Okay, so you got to convince me of one of two things. If you're going to say you don't have a hot bag because it's summertime, are you not running air conditioning in your car? If that's the case, then you need cold bags. Like if you're going to say, well, the reason I don't need hot bags is my car is so hot, it keeps everything hot. Okay, well then you need cold bags for the stuff that needs to stay cold. I think it's just super, super important to have just have the right stuff. So you got some good stuff, Tornado, and so we'll. I actually have a few things that aren't written down that I have on display behind me too. So, but yeah, so appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to show you a couple. I got a few things that I can reach here. I think if you're just doing like for your normal food delivery, this is by far my favorite bag. It is the free Grubhub bag that they send you when you sign up. Okay, so I love my Grubhub bag. I use it regularly. It is the highest quality of all the free bags that I've received so far. So I really like it. It's also a little bit bigger. It's definitely bigger than the DoorDash starter bag. So you can get all sorts of shapes and sizes of bags, but if you're looking for the free one, even if you don't really want to do a ton of, even if you don't have to do like a ton of Grubhub deliveries, I would sign up just for the Grubhub bag. It's that worth it. And do a couple of deliveries to make them happy. But yeah. So the second is the pizza bag. I'm a firm believer in the pizza bag, even if you don't care about the pizza program. Okay, and I'm gonna link you on this one. Okay, because this is my pizza bag. Hold on, let's see. That's not what I wanted to copy. This is my pizza bag here, and I'm gonna throw a link up for it really quick. This is an affiliate link, so if you click through and buy this, then we get a small commission. But I love this pizza bag. Okay, it is the Rubbermaid brand. I like it for a couple reasons. One, it's like a year and a half old. I got it pretty much right away, and other than being dirty a little bit from just wear and tear, it is just held up. I'll show you the inside of it. It's held up. I mean, it looks on the inside exactly like it did. I don't know if you can even see. There's a couple holes for the air to escape on the backside. I think you can kind of see through that here. Okay. There's no cracking. This is like a year and a half in. No cracking, no anything. The same age. It's the same exact age. This is the DoorDash bag that they sent me. Okay. My DoorDash bag is like faded, falling apart, ripping on the inside. Okay. So my testimonial is the quality of this Rubbermaid bag. The other thing that I really like about it is it's multifunctional in the sense of, yes, you can carry pizzas like this, but I often have those bigger, wider bags. Thinking places like Outback and Carrabba's sometimes have these big, wide bags. And so I'll actually stand it up. And so you can stand up a big, wide bag in here and do that. Because sometimes even I have bags that are taller than what my current catering bag can hold. And I'll show that in a second. But this, I did not have a catering bag for, quite a few months. and this handled pretty much all my large orders. At some other point in time, I'm going to get a second one, and this is the one I would get. I might actually get a bigger one if they make a slightly bigger size, which I think they do. But I use my pizza bag all the time. And yeah, Tornado mentioning Domino's, and some of your other pizza places will give you free bags. So you can certainly, if you're on a budget, you can do that and ask around. It's a great place to start. So he recommends Domino's as the best pizza bag, yeah, with the heating plates in them. I have a couple of restaurants that kind of use those there, like at the restaurant, but they don't let you take them with you. But anyway, I recommend a pizza bag. Okay, and then the last is my catering bag, which is I just got the DoorDash catering bag because of the time I was trying to get in the DoorDash catering program. This bag has not held up as well in a shorter amount of time than the pizza bag that I just started with. However, if you are trying to unlock large orders, catering orders, my recommendation is to do what I did. Throw DoorDash a bone, send them, I don't remember what it was, like 15, 20 bucks. Send them the $15, $20, buy their bag. Throw them the bone and just say, here you go, give them money. Doesn't mean you can't upgrade, get a different catering bag. Doesn't mean it's the best catering bag. I just think it's the easiest way to process through. When I got it the first time, I got into the large order program almost immediately after purchasing the bag. So that's the direction I recommend going. And I use it a lot. I've used it for pizza. The DoorDash bag is big enough to hold pizzas as well. Sometimes if you get a really large order, if it's like enough, if they're small enough pizza boxes, you can actually do 2 stacks side by side. So anyway, those are my 3 main hot bags that I use. Okay. Then you can do cold bags. On my side, I use a cooler. I have a couple different sizes that I've used. I'm probably actually going, this is my smaller cooler that I've been using recently. Okay. I don't even know what this is. I have a larger, like I think it's like a 100-quart cooler as well that I salvaged from the garbage. And the only thing that I don't like about the larger coolers, I don't have enough ice to keep everything cold in there anymore because we just have a really small freezer. So I'm only running one to do that. By the way, there's different ways you can do ice in a cooler if you want to go that direction. The way I've done is we buy our water from Costco. We get the big gallon bottles. And so what I'll do is I just have 2 of them right now. And I always have one that's in the freezer. And then I have one that I take with me. Right now, of course, they're both in the freezer. And so I just refill them with water after we drank the original water, refill them with water. I mean, you could just use the original water, different things like that. And that's my ice for the day. Hey, Lisa, how's it going? So let me know. This is the big reveal, the backdrop, our serve, learn, grow, adapt, freedom. So my daughter helped. Well, she did the sign. She helped with the displays, but she made the signs. So yeah, this red one's probably a 40 quart, and then I have a giant one that kind of fills the whole back. So I'd like to go back to it. We have actually a little more room in our car because our youngest just moved out of her giant car seat and moved into just a booster seat that doesn't have to stay buckled in all the time. So it's really easy to move out of the way now. So I have a lot more car flexibility. Yeah, we're so excited for her. She's really excited too because she's like, how they have the flaps on the sides, and she was just kind of smaller, but she finally went through a nice little growth spurt. And so she, even in a booster seat, she's now taller. She's still taller than both of her siblings. So we're like, I'm good enough. So she's still skinny, but she finally put some height on. So we're comfortable. I mean, she didn't have to be. She could have been in a booster seat a long time ago, and I think actually she doesn't even have to be in a booster, but we still want her to do that. Yeah, it's our little box sport, and that's really what it is. So when you are used to shipping on Amazon and eBay, you have shipping supplies. Yes, freedom. Get a Mel Gibson cameo in here, right? So yeah, so different ways you can do it. There are like cold bags. There are bags that there's all sorts of different options. I like the cooler option, especially the big cooler. Sometimes even divide into sections so I can keep multiple orders on ice. Regularly in Florida, I get increases in tips because I have food in a cooler. and the vast majority of drivers down here do not. All they do is they batch cold stuff together, which is good, but they do not put food in a cooler. So um, anyway, to me it's the professionalism. Even if you can say, okay, I can keep my car cold or I can keep my car warm, so I don't need. It just looks so much better when I pick up ice cream. It's just so much better just throw in the cooler and say, hey, I just got to get out, get your food in the back. Um, it looks professional. It shows them that you're not messing with their food, right? And I, as much as possible, sometimes I get in a rush or I forget, but as much as possible, I actually try to zip the hot bags up so that way when I arrive, I'm actually opening it. So that way it's like I'm trying to give them every confidence in the world that their orders being delivered to them as fresh as possible, untouched, everything like that. So hot bags, cold bags. We talked about this. This is not something I do yet, but I think I've thought about it a lot, and other people have mentioned they did it. So some form of bag sealing to have with you. So tape, stickers, staples, okay, for the bags that you get. And I have light. Hey, Kaylee, how's it going tonight? I have a lot of our local restaurants don't seal their bags that well or at all. And so I think of all of them, I kind of like the staple thing, though in the sense of that, yeah, I don't know. Notifications are just slow, I guess. But here we are. Or you can just rewind to the beginning, play it on double speed, and then get caught up in about, what would it take you? It'd take you about 15 minutes to get caught up. So I kind of like the concept of staples, but I also don't love staples because sometimes get poked or whatever. But I just went through a bunch of like my stickers and label stuff, and I think I have some old stickers that I can put to use that aren't doing anything that I can kind of use to seal bags. Um, it shouldn't matter, but it does. I don't know. I always feel weird. Like I'm always like, hey, can I get like 5 more stickers on this thing? I'm just like cover this thing with stickers, and like a lot of the stickers don't stick, especially on hot stickers on hot bags. They just kind of come loose and stuff. So I don't know if there's a perfect solution. So, oh, you missed that. Got it, Kaylee. Yeah, sorry. We're just doing massive cleaning and organizing projects. Um, there's just a lot of stuff that needs to get done before school starts, and I was like, this is the week to do it because as school gets closer, the kids are not going to have any motivation to do any projects. So we've got we will be live at some point tomorrow because tomorrow is Slurpee Day. Tomorrow's free Slurpee Day at 7-Eleven and other things. So so yeah, tomorrow's free Slurpee Day. So we're gonna do. I don't know how much actual delivering I'm gonna do, but we're gonna go to some 7-Elevens. My family's going out at some point, either in the afternoon or whatever, and we're gonna get some Slurpees. But then I'm also gonna get some Slurpees live. And I've thought about maybe doing the live and doing Slurpee runs, but I don't know how late they will be doing free Slurpees tomorrow. But we will at least do some Slurpee live stream tomorrow. So I don't know how much food delivery, but free Slurpees, I'm in. So tape, stickers, staples, something to seal those bags. This came up, and this is going to vary from person to person as to what exactly you're going to want to do, but safety / emergency devices. We talked about some of the ones related to car last night, but things that came up were like whistles, pepper spray, whatever. I'm not going to give you advice one way or another, other than to say that make sure you're following all the rules of all the platforms you're on, that the stuff you're bringing is you're allowed to bring, but also make sure you're feeling safe, right? So I understand every person is different. Every person's got a backstory. Every person's got a different comfortability level with what they have, So it was mentioned, and so I wanted to cover it. And we're not going to go in depth into what you should or shouldn't bring with you, but a whistle is definitely something, and of course you're going to have a phone, for certain emergency things. And we've talked about things like camera and stuff like that last night. So yeah. You might, hey, Two Evil, how's it going tonight? You might, if you're doing cash on delivery, you need to make sure you have change with you. Now, I know not everybody likes the cash on delivery, wants to do cash on delivery. One of the reasons I like it is you can accept it, and then then decline it, and it still counts as an acceptance rate point, even if you don't love it. You're never forced to take cash on delivery. It will not hurt your acceptance rate if you decline it. So yeah, situationally aware is also important, which is not really a thing. That's more like the character that you got to understand where things are, for sure, 100% situationally aware. So, but if you're doing cash on delivery, I recommend more than what they tell you. I recommend you have a whole bunch of different coins, because you're gonna every once in a while have that person who wants exact change. I had one of those recently. Their order was like $70.05, and they wanted $29.95 and change to the penny. And so I had to but I had it. So here's one of my tips. If you don't have a lot of change in your car, okay, save up your cash tips till you get about $30. I usually carry 10 ones, 2 5s, and a 10. Okay, so that's my 30 that I usually carry. Sometimes I'll throw an extra 20 in there. That gives me 50. If you don't have the exact change, I guess you're just gonna have to probably deal with a slightly. I mean, you're supposed to carry, if you're doing cash on delivery, you're supposed to carry some change. And usually what you can do is you can get change at the restaurant when you pick up the order. So you can say, hey, and what I do is I look at the order and I say, okay, what's the likely scenario of what I'm going to need here? So you can try to get your change from the restaurant if you don't have it. But you need to obviously have some cash to even make change there. So my only cash on deliveries locally in my town have been from Papa John's, and then from the town north of me, I've gotten cash on delivery for Pizza Hut. Those are the only two. I don't know if I got lucky from the start. The first handful of orders, I was averaging about a $10 tip. And now recently I've been averaging closer to like a $3 to $5 tip. So to me, they're kind of like plus orders, because you don't know what you're going to get. So it's kind of a risky thing, but I've gotten like $20 tips, and I've gotten like $1 tips. So it's kind of crazy, and obviously you have no idea what sort of tip is going to be on there. I tend to just accept it. Then I look at what the total is. If the total is like over 30 or so, I usually go for it, as long as the drop-off location is decent. If the drop-off looks bad, like brings me the wrong way or something I don't want to do, then I usually will ditch it, because I want to stay in a good area or whatever. But pizza places is all I've seen. I'm sure there are others that it does. So yeah, it does. And I think the next time I get one, I'm gonna do the screenshots all the way through and show people exactly what it looks like. But yeah, it'll come up, and then you can accept it, and then it'll actually give you a second chance to accept or decline. Because you don't know what the total is when you accept, and then it'll say, like, the total for this order is $50, and so, and then, do you want to accept or decline? So you actually have to double accept. So yeah, and Kaylee, 100% it has everything to do with your comfortability. I like the fact that I can decline without penalty. So if you just want to take them in the daytime to businesses, you can just do that. Like you can have it on. You can take it, like, I'm only going to do it in the daytime. I don't know how quickly. I think you can toggle it on and off really fast, if I remember right. I haven't toggled it off. But you can turn it on. You can decline with no penalty. So yeah, 100%. But you'll see it. You'll see it, and you can make the decision or whatever. And it works really well. So it just depends. Like, I've never felt unsafe, but there have been times where it's like, you know what, I'd rather not. I would rather not deal with that, and I just say no. And but you can still accept the initial one, then see what the total is going to be, so you can kind of guesstimate, like, is this going to be worth it? If you accept it and they're like, it's $200, like, and it's going to a business, you might take that, or it's going to a safe area of town or a rich area of town, you might want to take it and go for it. If you accept it and it's like, $30 and it's going to a rough area of town, you can just be like, nope, I'm done. So it's a no risk to put on. You can literally put it on and just decline if you want, or like I said, you can put it on, you can accept it and then decline it, and it doesn't hurt your completion rate. In fact, it actually helps your acceptance rate. It's kind of a weird little glitch. in it. So I always will accept it to see what the total is, and then I'll make my decision from there based on the total, the delivery location, and everything from there. But the point is, for this particular stream, if you are going to do cash on delivery, if you want to have that option, make sure you have that. Have some change on you. A flashlight or a headlamp if you're doing late night delivery. Sometimes I bring mine, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just use the phone. It kind of depends. If I know I'm going to be going out for, a super late night run, which I'm just doing those a lot less, just because I don't want to be stuck somewhere, late at night, like we were talking about the other night. I might be more likely to do that if I was doing like a 24-hour thing. I'm probably more likely to do it because I can do that. But like this time of year when it's like light out till 9, and I'm usually done delivering between 9 and 10, I usually don't worry about it too much. But in the winter when it's dark at 5:30 and I'm going to be out till 10, I might have it just because 4 or 5 hours of delivery in the dark. It's just nice to have that. And I personally, you can use what you want. I personally like the headlamp when I have it. It's just really, really nice to be hands-free. I know I look like a total dork, but at this point in life, I don't care about it at all. So I don't care about looking like a dork. You just got to be careful to remember if you're meeting the customer not to blind them. So, yeah. And our town is spread out. I don't have to go to lots of small towns, but just my zone is so huge. So it's kind of like a lot of people spread out from north to south. And then I forget who said it. Was it Tornado who said straws, drink carriers, sort of things? So I have a couple other things that so I always have some extra drink carriers, okay? Because I've definitely run into times where they don't have it. Sorry if my audio is muffled. Some other thing, I just have my little bag behind me. I keep a roll of paper towels, okay? So I'll have a roll of paper towels. For Instacart, I don't carry this for every brand, but for Publix, I got paper bags, plastic bags from Publix that I always keep in my cart with me. All right, so I have that. I think that's kind of the basics. So I want to add a couple of these things here. The other thing that I do, and I don't think I have an easy way to throw it up on stream, but I have a wagon. Okay, I have a wagon, and it has saved me so many times. And it's a beast of burden, and I will fill that thing. Sometimes I'll throw, 4 cases of water in it, and I'm worried it's going to break, but I don't care. I'd rather the wagon break than my back. So I have a wagon that I use a lot. So, by the way, the paper towels are just for spills. Of course, they work as napkins and stuff too. But if you ever have a spill, different things. There have been times like I've carried like disinfectant wipes or whatever, but now I just, for the most part, I'll handle a spill while I'm out there with paper towels and water from like a water bottle or whatever, something along those things. But that's kind of the basics. Yeah, we're like 30 miles north to south and at least 10 miles east to west. So so yeah, that's what I have. So I don't know, I think that kind of covers most of the basic things. Obviously what type of deliveries you do the most of is going to vary. If you're doing lots of catering and large orders, you might want to have multiple catering bags. If you're doing tons of grocery, and from a variety of different stores, you might want to have extra bags from different ones. So there's a lot of different possibilities that you have there. Okay, so that was area 1. By the way, that affiliate link is to the pizza bag if you're looking to get one. I highly recommend it. I don't recommend things that I don't use, but I've been using that for pretty much my entire delivery life, and it has held up so much better than pretty much every other bag that I've used so far. All right, so this is area 2 is comfort. Okay, so this is comfort gear. Okay, and again, it's my show, so I'm just picking like arbitrary tags, but this is what I recommend for some comfort gear. The number one, and I say this all the time, and this is 100%, especially if you're in debt and trying to work out of debt, bring your food and drink from home. Okay, bring your food and drink from home. If you are making $20 an hour, and then you go to a fast food place and you spend $20 to eat lunch for 10 minutes, you just worked an entire hour to eat food. Like, I get it. it's convenient, it's nice, and different things like that. But just as a whole, I just think it's so much better to bring your food from home. We've done a couple of different things. So here, I want to do this here really quick. If you're looking for some ideas, I want to do some more of this stuff. So let me know if it is worth it to you. But hold on, let's see. So this is, I talked about making, I did a video about making your own homemade version of a Chick-fil-A sandwich at home. And so that's what this video is. So I'll put that up on the screen for you. You can also just search by Chick-fil-A on my stream. It's just a simple way. So instead of going out and paying $12, $15 for a Chick-fil-A meal, you make multiple sandwiches at home for less than that price. If you guys would like kind of more ideas like this, my wife is awesome. This Chick-fil-A sandwich is not even really a recipe. That's just a thing I did. But if you'd be interested in more of those things, either here or throwing them on the Patreon, let me know. Like, I don't want to go too far off focus with the channel, but the point is, bring your food, bring your drink from home. We make all of our coffee at home. You know, every once in a while, I'll buy a Starbucks just because I'm like that beat. But I always try to bring coffee from home. And I got a video about the coffee machine we use, so I can show you that really quick. I'll give you an affiliate link if you're. This is like a nice high-end espresso machine that we use. And again, you pay a little more up front. And we bought this machine years ago, but you know, instead of paying $5 a day for Starbucks coffee, we're paying whatever 50 cents a day, and we make our own coffee. We control the ingredients. So there's an affiliate link to our coffee machine. Again, not trying to be too spammy with the links, but the point is, bring your food, bring your drink from home to save you money. We've got one channel exception that I might be participating in soon too. Okay, a couple other comfort things. 100% depends on your situation, whether or not, but it's nice to have a hat sometimes, just have it available for you. Umbrella, rain gear. I'm in Florida. I'm always getting wet, so I kind of don't care that much. So I just do the sweatshirt. If I know it's going to be like super rainy, maybe. I did bring a pair of boots home from the storage locker because I'm like, maybe if I know it's going to be a super wet day, I'll try those out. They're more like hiking boots, but at least give me a little. They're a little more waterproof than that. So depends on that. But one thing I do recommend is the change of clothes. You know, for me, especially socks and shoes, because some of our parking lots get flooded fast. You know, socks and shoes, I would say for me is the biggest one that I end up changing. But if you want to, just have a full change of clothes with you. Again, comfort. That's basically all we're talking about here, just comfort. So we're halfway through, so we're about halfway through the stream. I'm through the first two areas. Hey, welcome back, Trey. You're good. You can always rewind and play on like double speed to catch up. So talked about our delivery things: straws, drink carriers, hot bags, cold bags, tape, stickers, staples, safety devices, emergency devices, change if you're doing cash and delivery, flashlight, headlamp, paper towels, wagon, some of our main recommendations. And then for comfort, bring your food and drink from home, especially if you're trying to battle out of debt to save money, a change of clothes and shoes, hat maybe if you want it, umbrella or rain gear. So we're going to stop here really quick, halfway through, because we got there too late last night. What are you drinking? This is like one last random bottle of Gatorade that I found in the refrigerator. It's just a fruit punch. And I'm really thirsty tonight. So instead of waiting till like 10:50 to get to it, at least we'll do it closer to 10:30. How's it going, Ma Dukes? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Talking about the gear that you need. All right. Now, the first two I would recommend to anyone pretty much on any food delivery channel. Okay? So, doesn't matter. Hey, Born Water, it's all good. My wife made sweet tea and it was gone by this afternoon, so I was very sad. It goes quick. Level 3 is kind of an up your game level. So if you're ready to up your game, this is productivity, because I want you to start thinking above and beyond food delivery. Okay. Think above and beyond food delivery. And I have category 3 is productivity. Okay. What you do in your downtime in between deliveries basically can determine how productive your day was. By the way, for everybody new coming in, let me know. Let me know if you like the background. It's our poll question for today. It's pretty good, really good, or awesome. I appreciate you guys voting. My oldest daughter made the art with the Serve, Learn, Grow, Adapt, and Freedom, and our Samurai Brothers game up at the top too. So trying to look like a professional YouTuber. This is very hard. I'm not used to being a professional. So, but we're trying. We're doing our best. So, productivity. So these are productivity things. Now, some of these kind of cross over into like phone related things, but they're really not related to the gig delivery side of the phone. This is talking about what are you gonna do during your downtime, okay? Because from my observation locally, most drivers during their downtime do what I tended to do before I realized this resource of time I had, which is scroll YouTube shorts. Now, if you're out there delivering and I'm live streaming and you're hanging out with me, 100% hang out with me. Okay, I'm not saying don't do that. If you're out there and one of your favorite gig tubers is live streaming or teaching or doing things, that's fine. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the mindless scrolling of flipping through 700 shorts while you're waiting for your one Instacart offer to come up every 2 to 3 hours, sitting at Costco. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. How are you going to make the most of your time? So, a couple of things. Yeah, exactly, Lisa. That's what I'm talking about. You've got your Discord. You've got a place where you're building into other people, and there's probably a bunch of things. I'm going to give you some examples of things I do. First of all, I'm on Team Headphones. Okay, I'm on Team Headphones. I know not everybody likes headphones. We talked about this as like a professional thing. I think even though sometimes they're annoying, I'm on Team Headphones. And I like that because I can be listening to other things while I'm delivering. Okay. And so I'm on Team Headphones so I can be listening. So even if I'm not fully paying attention, like a lot of times, I'll just start the day, I'll play the Bible app in the background. Whatever I'm doing for my Bible study, I just start that. That's when I'm like driving before I've even taken an order, or like if I'm driving to Costco for the Costco drop. Just put the Bible on, it plays while I'm driving, doing my Bible study, doing that. Okay, we'll talk about some subscription services. Hey, Womble, how's it going? Hope you're feeling better. We've been praying for you the last couple nights, so hope you are doing that. So I'm on Team Headphones. I know not everybody likes headphones. The style of headphones, I'm not going to get into any of that. These that I use are Bluetooth ones. I like the ones that have the cords because I'm old school. I got I just like those. Plus, AirPods just don't work in my ears. My ears are weird. So, but I'm on Team Headphones. I'm using a headphone now. It's got the mic built in right here. So this is what I stream through. I actually have 2 sets. So when I'm live streaming, one set is connected to my live stream. The other set is connected to my delivery phone. So if I want to, I can call customer service without them being on speaker. I can call my wife. I can call the customer without that information having to be shared. And then, of course, if I need to mute myself, I can do that as well. So I'm on Team Headphones, but because I think I can hear so much more. I can be listening. I mean, if it's an easy shop, I'll have stuff on my headphones. I'll be listening to a podcast or something while I'm shopping in a grocery store. Okay, so Team Headphones for that. Yeah, yep, headphones. Team Headphones. So I know not everybody is there, but that's where I am. Okay, number 2, productivity. You can go old school with a notebook and a pen to write down anything you need to write down. Some of you guys might be still tracking mileage by pen and paper. If you're doing that, that's fine. Okay, you can use the Notes app, right, on your phone. You can use background apps, okay? So there's all sorts of things that you can use for that sort of stuff, okay? Or you can use voicemails. We're not just talking about tracking mileage here. So, well, let me. I got lots of things going in my. Got another note to add here for upcoming thing here. Okay, so I use voice memos a lot, especially so if you're a content creator, I would encourage you to think about using voice memos because I can literally be driving, have an idea, and this actually happened on my last ride along live stream. I just had a quote that I said out loud that I really liked that I might want to build a video around at some point. Yes, Womble, likes and subscribes if you haven't done so yet. We appreciate it so much, especially if you're liking the background that my daughter helped me build with our serve, learn, grow, adapt, and freedom in the middle. Okay, so give a like for my daughter, even if you don't like my stream tonight. Just give it for her. I'll let her know all the likes are for her tonight. And so, voice memos. So I had something that came up, and I'll show you. I'm going to show you on my voice memos here. Okay, so and I can just be like, hey Siri, open voice memos. I have 22 recordings. They go all the way back to February, and some of these have become videos. Some of these are still future videos. Some of them may be deleted. Someday I might just be stuck for an idea, and I have creativity. And I learned this for those of you who are familiar with Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V. Okay, he has a team. Okay, I don't have a team, but I have voice memos. So if an idea comes to mind, and maybe even if you're not a content creator, you just realize, hey, there's something you got to do when you get home. Use your voice memos, record it, and then when you get home, you can replay it to yourself. Then you're not having to try to type, different things like that. You don't have to do text and worry about like text to talk and voice to text or whatever like that. It just records it with your voice. It hears it. So that is like that's a life hack, I think, especially if you're a content creator. Voice memos, okay? And I think it's standard on pretty much every iPhone if you run an iPhone. And I bet you on Android they have something very similar, or you can download something from their app store that's very similar. Okay, so headphones have notebook, notes app, voice memos, whatever that. Yep, voice recorder. That's the way to do it. All right. Number 3 is have other stuff to do. Okay, have other stuff to do, and this is what Lisa was referring to up above. So she has her Discord, checking her email. Okay, so those are things. Whatever other income streams you're trying to build, make sure you have access to them. There's no reason to sit still without at least working on something or researching something or learning something. So some of the things that I do, okay, this isn't necessarily going to be the same for you, but this is just to give you some ideas. Number 1, I have an eBay store. So if people like one of my items, I can send them an offer to buy the item at a discounted price. So I can just go into my eBay store, turn on my app, I can look, and sometimes sometimes there's nothing to do. Let's see, I'm going to refresh right now. Nope, there's no task of sending an offer, but I could just go in, and if there's a task, I can just go right into my eBay store, send offers, done. Send the offer, ready to go. Okay, so I can do that. Patreon posts, replying to Patreon comments, right? So I've got a Patreon. We're offering some exclusive stuff over there. If you were a member of Patreon today, you got a little sneak peek of this background, not a full view, but you got a little sneak peek earlier today. Yep. Pay bills, check email, call places you need. So if you don't know what to do with your downtime, we're just absolutely brain dumping all sorts of things you can do. YouTube comments, right? So if you're a content creator, right, you probably have some comments that you're not caught up on. Okay, the first month or two it was really easy, right? But now all of a sudden, sometimes I like hop on and be like, I got 10 different comments I haven't replied to yet. For the growth of your channel, one of the best things you can do is reply to every comment. Okay, that's just a YouTube tip. So if you're running a YouTube channel, get out there, reply to your YouTube comments. Just doesn't have to be super long, but just something like that. And like we said before, productive listening and learning. Whatever you define as productive, that's up to you, right? So it could be spiritually productive, listening to the Bible. It could be emotionally productive. You could be listening to something. Sometimes I just like to go down the conspiracy theory trail. Like that's just something I'm wired. So I'll like listen to something conspiracy theory. I was having fun last week listening to the whole birds aren't real theory, right? Just kind of like a fun thing. It's just kind of like a mental exercise. Sometimes you kind of got that intellectual itch. And so I like to listen to like some history podcasts and stuff like that, things I don't know. Yes, mobile office. Okay. Now, the last thing I put on here for the productivity, and this is going to be very sensitive to the safety in your area as to whether or not you should do this. I have done it a couple of times. I still make sure I kind of protect it. And if I have it with me, I lock the doors all the time. But you may want to bring your computer with you. Okay. And you may want to say, hey, it's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The orders are dry. I'm just going to go head somewhere for an hour and a half and go work on stuff. Ancestry search. That's really fun stuff. Yeah. I was really big into that for a while. I've kind of hit a bunch of dead ends on my stuff. It's like all my ancestors just popped up out of nowhere in like the what in like the early 1800s. I'll just like there's like no history. They go from like families of 12 that just like to then nobody. But yeah, like anything. It doesn't have to be productive, meaning that you're making money with every one of these decisions. Though, if you are in debt and you're trying to build other income streams, I definitely think you should be spending some time on that every day. But you should be scratching some sort of growth itch every time that you're sitting there. Now, I'm not saying like if you're sitting for a minute or two, but if it's like, okay, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, put a podcast on, go do something. Tornado, you suggest the Gboard keyboard by Google. Voice recognition is superb. So yeah, so there are all sorts of things. You want to do voice to text that way. Thank you, Eli. Hopefully you guys can see it all. I know the middle one gets covered, but we're doing the best we can with what we got. We'll be adjusting this in the coming weeks a little bit. So my oldest daughter made all the signs for the Serve, Learn, Grow, Adapt, and so she was really proud. And I was like trying to get our branding here, right? The pink and the teal, and hey, everything for free, right? You do what you can for free, and make the best of it. And it's not always about having the most resources; it's about being the most resourceful. So I've got a daughter who loves to make art, and she's really proud that her art gets to get blasted and shown to the whole world. So she's really excited about that. Hey, Caleb, how's it going? Okay. So I don't know if you would feel comfortable bringing your computer with you. Obviously, certain places of the country, I would not recommend this. We won't get into which ones specifically, but if you want to see how fast things can get stolen, I know Mark Rober did some stuff with how quickly bags can get stolen out of cars and stuff like that. So if you're going to do it, hey Eli, thank you so much. Thanks for dropping. I always appreciate it, even if it's quick. Hi, and that's for every one of you, even if all you can do here. So money will come and go. Don't worry about money. That is true. But we also want to keep in mind that we do need money to fund our life mission of whatever it is that we're called to do. All right. So I don't know if anybody else has any other productivity kind of hacks or tips or actual items that you bring with you, but notebook, notes app, voice memos, whatever you're most comfortable with. And again, that what is it called again? The Gboard keyboard. Headphones, have stuff to do. Okay. And then if you feel safe enough in your area to bring the computer with you, maybe throw a sweatshirt over it or something like that, so it's not super visible. But that way, if you have downtime and you're doing video editing or something, that you can just go park at a place. And I would maybe, this is going to lead into our next area, so I'll tell you where I'm thinking, because I'm thinking of trying this strategy out for the fall. Sorry, let me do it this way, because I think I did a number for all the other ones, so I'm going to do it again here. Subscriptions. Okay, subscriptions / memberships. Okay, now there's going to be tons of them. Okay, so I'm sure everybody's got their things. One that I didn't have written down because we talked about it last night, but like AAA or roadside assist. Okay, we kind of covered that in the car night. Talking about that. But speaking of drinks, one thing I think that I might try, because I think it's a little tacky to just go into a restaurant and start using the Wi-Fi and not ordering something from them. I am thinking about because I have been thinking about it, and I know Lisa was talking about the other night, the Sip Cup at Panera. Okay, where it's like something like $10 a month for unlimited drinks. You can just stop in whenever you want, refill your drinks. You can get anything from coffee to soda to the special teas and lemonades they have. So something like that, if you're like a content creator, you might go out, okay, and I'm talking my market here. So what I'm thinking about doing is something like go out and deliver from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then whenever the orders slow down for lunch, say 1:30, 2 o'clock, something like that, then just go hit a Panera, right? Go hit a Panera, use my sip cup. You know, if I need to eat something before I go in the restaurant, because again, I'm just on that, it's a little tacky to bring your own food into a restaurant, but you got your sip cup, you've already paid for it, and then you set up with drinks, set up the computer, work on, you know, whatever sort of business stuff that you need to work on, whatever sort of side hustle stuff you need to work on, YouTube, and you know, I feel comfortable doing just about every bit of editing for a video in a Panera except a voiceover. That's the only thing I don't think I would actually do in a Panera, at least at this point. So, Kaylee, here's another tip here. So I love this. So I should be posting more of these. I totally forget about this power that I have. If you have customer rating in the green on Spark, you get a free month of Walmart Plus, which also includes Paramount Plus and Spotify subscription. So there you go. There you go. So this is like, there's lots of little perks that you have with all these different things. Okay. Um, to go along with like Spotify, this is along the same vein. I personally, my subscription is YouTube Premium. I just want to be ad free on YouTube. It's actually not on this particular channel, but on one of my other channels, I just have it ad free. So I have to, sometimes I get frustrated because I have to see ads when I'm actually on a side of Hustle channel because our YouTube Premium is on a different one. But I just go ad free. I feel like the amount of time that I save by not watching ads is worth whatever 15, 20 bucks a month it is. And then that way I'm constantly getting to just listen to things, moves quicker. You're still supporting the content that you like. Okay. It still goes to the content creators and stuff. Add up all the money you've been making at this point. Yep. So we can do that full disclosure at the end if you want here, of what I've actually made through this channel through a variety of different affiliate links and other things like that. So remind me, Trey, it's not a lot yet. We're still growing, but it is something. It's not nothing. And I'm going to tell you, when you're doing a YouTube channel for nothing and you get your first dollar, that's a pretty exciting moment. So that couple other ones. These are some of the links that I have in my description because this is stuff that we use. And so like I don't put it out there because like, you know, oh, like I want you to buy, but we don't do it. So again, what you use is up to you, but I'm just gonna copy and paste from it just depends on how many fingers and toes you got, Trey. So we have this. So we use ButcherBox. We actually haven't made an order in the last couple weeks, so we're starting to run low on meat. But we can do our meat through ButcherBox, and so it's like a simple way. Boom, we get it sent to the door. Saves me time from having to do grocery shopping. So that's like one of the subscriptions that we have. Of course, if you've been in here at all, you know I talk about Upside. I'll cover all that. We'll do a channel update in just a few minutes because I actually don't know the exact number. Okay, I know a lot of you guys are already on Upside. Some of you have joined Upside through this link. I'm telling you though, this is like a sneak peek because I haven't made the video yet for like the end of June video. I'm going to just show you here if I can do it without revealing anything crazy. Hold on, let me make sure I can do this. Okay, this is through mine, as well as through affiliates, and this is going back to like February. Okay, because so through February, our goal is 540. This is what I've gotten cash back on Upside and through some affiliate referrals. Okay, $132. $132 cash back. Of that, I'll be specific because I want, you're like, well, how much of that is? It's mostly not. Okay, so it's mostly not referrals. This is what I've made from referrals on Upside. Okay, I just don't know exactly for sure what all is going to show on the screen, so I'm just covering. Made $5.45 direct from referrals on Upside, okay, and then 132 cash back. Our channel goal here. So if you're not on Upside and you want to help me out, I'm trying to get $540 because that's the balance on one of my credit cards. So my goal is to eventually get Upside knocking on my door by making the video that says, "Hey, I paid off an entire credit card using cash back from Upside." So I have a plan here. I'm targeting Upside as a future sponsor to this channel because I want to do something that, you know, I haven't seen. Doesn't mean not someone hasn't done it, but I haven't seen it yet. So the faster and the more gas we all fill up with, and if you use that affiliate link, but again, it's like that's not insignificant money. Okay, love Upside. I know some of you guys are already using it, and you have other doing. But I'm telling you, if you're a content creator, share it, because most of the drivers I talk to in my area have no clue about Upside. I mean, and if you're on Instacart, you get a bonus. I believe if you're like a diamond shopper on Instacart, you get like a 10 cent a gallon bonus on top of that. So it's like, it's crazy. Like, it's like that is not insignificant money. You know, it's not like get rich money, but it's also not nothing, right? And so that's the first part of my affiliate income, $5.45. That's the current. Now, we have enough affiliates now that I usually am getting somewhere. I'm usually getting between like 5 to 20 cents a day from some referral or affiliate filling up, which is kind of nice. I was like, okay, well, let's just keep growing that slowly. So Upside, okay, this is another one. I haven't talked about this one too much, but I like it, and we just got our first referral on it. Now, I'm not going to tell you if you should or shouldn't use it. I have definitely heard stories of people who have gotten kicked off of Instacart for using Fetch with Instacart. So this is 100% use things at your own risk. But you can also use it for your receipts. You can double up with your gas receipt. So I'll scan my gas receipt after I fill up with Upside to get points there. But if you're just even on your own grocery shopping and different things like that, so Fetch basically gives you points that you can, basically the points that you earn get you gift cards, okay? And so I'm going to show you. The reason I'm showing you these things is because this is real stuff, okay? It may take a while, but I've been doing Fetch also since about February. Now, the gift card cash out will vary, but it's roughly 1,000 points to $1. Okay, certain brands are going to cost more, but you can. So for example, like if you spend $10 right now on Good and Gather products at Target, you get $200. So if you're like normally you shop at Target and you buy their generic stuff, you might as well get $200. It's like the equivalent of what, like 20 cents. It's not huge, but it adds up. So here's again my Fetch balance. Trying not to show more than I need to. My current Fetch balance, 75,214 points on Fetch. That's roughly equal to, again, it depends on which brand you get, but it's roughly equal to $75 gift card. Okay, again, does that get rich money and retire money? No, but it's better than nothing. And so if you're out there filling up with gas once or twice a week or 3 or 4 times a week, you might as well scan those receipts. You're probably going out to eat every once in a while. You're probably shopping at a grocery store, and if you buy like some of the main brands, you can really get your balance up quickly, and then you just cash it out, and you can cash it out for all sorts of things. And I haven't done that yet, but at some point I will. You know, there's just all sorts of things. So we just got our first referral through Fetch. So that was really cool. So I think I got a 1,000-point bonus, and they got a 1,000-point bonus. So there's that. Let's see, Upside, Fetch. I use MileIQ. I don't have an affiliate link for it right now. That's what I use to track my mileage. I know there's other ones out there. I've just been using MileIQ for years and years and years, and you just tell it like, hey, this is business, this is business, this is business, and it remembers, like, especially all those runs, and basically 90% of my miles are business anyway. So hey, awesome. Fetch for 3 weeks and I'm at $19. Well, that's awesome. Yep. Like, Fetch is where it's at. Like, it's a great way to get rewarded for the stuff that you're already buying anyway, doing that. So then one other thing, and this is something that my wife and I products my wife and I both use. So I know I've been doing Gatorade, but just because we've had it in the house because of my son's baseball. But I really like the clean energy that Plexus provides. And so this is actually my wife's link there. And so they have clean energy for both all sorts of things. And for so they have both a hydrate and an active. I like both of them. You can actually mix them together. They just help with vitamins, minerals. So if you want kind of like some energy, but you're kind of hitting, like, I just can't do the energy drinks anymore. I can't do it. It's kind of like a more clean energy. So, and you want to support my wife with what she's doing there, you can kind of look at all the different products. We've been using these products for years, and I can tell you when we use them, we feel better, and when we don't use them, it's very noticeable. It's like, oh my goodness, we're out of this, and that's like time to do it. Here's the point. Use the resources, use the subscriptions that work for you, okay? Because not every subscription is going to be for every one of you, and I'm not here to like spam you with all these different things. I'm just telling you, these are the things that I use that help me. And you're hearing from other people in the comments here too, like, hey, yep, I use Fetch, I use Upside, okay? You know, you got people who've got different audio things, the Sip Cup. Like, I don't even use the Sip Cup, but it really makes sense for a lot of you. If you've got a couple of Paneras in town, like we've got like 3, and they're spaced out really, really well. It's like that kind of makes sense. You know, I thought about it, hadn't done it, but it's nice to kind of hear other people use it. It's like, okay, now I'm more likely to do that. And so trying to just find things that are going to work for you and that are really just going to make your delivery experience the best possible. And so, you know, some of you guys might like Instacarting your groceries every now and then. That's okay. Like, it's fine. If you think you can make more delivering while someone else is shopping for your groceries for you, then do it. Like, if it makes financial sense, do it. If it takes you an hour and a half to shop for your groceries, and in that hour and a half you can make $30 or $40, and you're only paying, you know, say a $10 tip plus a $10 upcharge, like, you're going to come out better off on that. It's going to 100% depend on your situation, what the things are. But the point is, there are opportunities out there. And I'm telling you this to you content creators, because I know some of you guys do this. Some of you are scared to do this, right? Okay. This is like, some churches are scared to talk about money because other churches only talk about money. But then churches that really have a need and a mission to accomplish can sometimes get scared to talk about money, and then they can't accomplish their mission. If you're a content creator and you have services that you use and you're proud of, it's okay to talk about them. You don't need to have a huge long commercial every single one. You don't have to talk about the same things every single time, but when it makes sense, talk about them. Be bold. You're bringing great things to this YouTube world. And I don't want any content creator to feel embarrassed to talk about products that you're already using, that you endorse, that can help you earn an extra few dollars here and there. For the most part, you're not going to get rich off of a lot of these things. But you know what? You're providing a service to your viewers when you let them know about Upside. I understand. Every content creator talks about Upside. I even saw, those of you who follow sports, John Boy Media has Upside. I mean, he probably got, you know, thousands of people to sign up for it. But that's okay. You don't need thousands of people to sign up. Just bring that to somebody. Let them know, hey, this is the real deal. And it's okay. Like, don't be ashamed of that. Trey, this is another good thing if you don't have it. So, yeah, obviously, we want people to be out of debt. And I know different people have different things on credit cards. But if you're comfortable with credit cards, the cashback rewards, you pay it off every month. Get your 3%, get your 2%. Sometimes you can get 5%, you know, on select categories and different things. I know Discover ran that last month. You know, for a few months, they were running 5% cash back on gas. So you can get 5% cash back on gas. And then you get the Upside to get your, you know, 10, 20, 30 cents back. And then you get scan your Fetch receipt. So you do that. Or you have a cashback gas credit card. Or you have a rewards at the pump where you can save a few pennies. Like, you're looking to stack all those things in all these different ways. Okay. So the point is, maximize your delivery time in every way. And so this is kind of like a whole bunch of different tools. Good evening, Presley. We're we're kind of close to wrapping things up, but we've just talked about all these different tools that you can have, the actual physical delivery tools, things you should have for comfort, things for productivity, subscriptions, and memberships. Okay, so if you kind of think through those areas, hopefully there's at least one area that you can kind of like improve on. Like maybe you just haven't been bringing food with you. It's like, hey, if I just bring my own food, I'm going to save myself $10 or $15. If I just get myself a coffee maker, I'm going to just be able to save tons of money in the long run. You know, because like you'll be like $300 for a coffee maker. Yeah, but if you're buying a $5 coffee 5 days a week, 10 weeks, you're spending $300. And you know, it's like it's going to pay for a lot of these things will pay for themselves. You just got to figure out what is the right combination for you. So I want to be clear. I'm showing you things that I like. Okay, other people are testifying to other things that they like in the comments. That's awesome. Like I love that. That's what works with everything together. I'm not telling you you have to do all these things. I'm telling you the things that work for me, things that work for my family. I'm not saying that you have to deliver things exactly the same way, but like even as going through things tonight, like I kind of realized it because there were a couple times this week I needed extra straws and I happen to have them, but I don't normally carry them. It's like, this is good. Like there's good stuff, a good exchange of information. So if you're just kind of tuning in now, definitely encourage you to go all the way through. Okay, so let me give you the current channel update. So the first question was like, what have we made so far through this channel? Because that's a big part of this channel is learning how to monetize a YouTube channel. Okay, so we've got a couple of different parts to that. So we saw the 545. That's all referral through YouTube, and that was on the Upside app. Okay, I got a 1,000 point bonus on Fetch, which is essentially equal to $1 on Fetch. It's not technically $1, but it's close enough that I'm counting it as such. And then Patreon. So we have some. Our Patreon is set up that the first week is free. Yeah, so there you go. Dasher Direct Card is another good tip from Womble. See, 2% cash back with your Dasher Direct Card at the BP, where you get 5 cents off a gallon. Then use it with Upside, scan the receipt and Fetch, and Pogo. Oh, see, I don't know Pogo, so I'm gonna write Pogo. So, if you got an affiliate Womble for Pogo, just shoot me an email, the Aside Hustle channel at gmail.com, and I will totally affiliate on you because I knew there was another one out there, but I couldn't remember the name of it. So shoot me an email on Aside Hustle channel at gmail.com if you've got an affiliate for Pogo, because I would love to affiliate into you if you've got one. Okay. So yeah, like the more opportunities that you can do with all this stuff, do it. Okay. So we are set on where am I going? On Patreon. So if you sign up for the $5 tier on Patreon, you get a 1 week free trial. So it takes a little time to for all that to settle. I'm trying to see if I can find an overall because I don't know how to do it. Let's see if I can do it on. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can screen share this without showing too much what our total payouts are. If not, yeah, I'm just going to copy and can you just take my word for it? It's not that much. So so far, we've actually brought in $8.29 on Patreon. That's through the first month. Now, or first 2 months, I guess, of having that live. By the way, we did add a new tier on Patreon today. So we have that, you can always join Patreon for free. Okay. And so you get some behind the scenes access. But if you're a paid Patreon, pretty much all the posts are accessible to you. You can just support at different levels, whatever you wish to do. But we added the $15 Adopt a Pizza, where you will adopt a pizza for our family once a month, and you get to tell us what toppings to put on it. And I will try it, and anyone else in my family who's daring enough will try it. We'll film it, and we'll post it to the whole Patreon to have some fun. So you can also go the $5 Adopt a Coffee, and then there's also higher tiers if you want to adopt, and there's even like some sponsorship options on there. Okay, so our goal on Patreon is we're looking to get to 5 paid members. Once we get to 5 paid members, we will start doing a once a month, 1 hour long hangout for patrons only. It'll be a patron exclusive hangout for paid paid patron only exclusive hangout. So if you're in the position where you want to support this channel financially, the upside is a way that you can support this channel financially without paying anything extra out of pocket. The Fetch referral is another way you can support without paying anything extra pocket. The free membership, you're still supporting the channel, your likes, your subscribes, your views. But if you actually want to pay on the Patreon, we've got new content. I'm trying to get something up every day. But at least 3 or 4 times a week we get something up. Sometimes it's a quick little video, sometimes it's pictures, sometimes it's family stuff. So if you're interested in hopping on that, of course, we would love to have you, and it just helps the growth of this channel so we can keep building things out. And I imagine someday this will all be behind me. Maybe we'll still have the original signs because we're going to be so nostalgic for them, but with nice billboards and flashing lights and really cool things. So my goal is to put every dollar that I'm taking out or taking in from this channel back into this channel for the foreseeable future. I just want to keep growing, building the technology. I know I need better cameras. I know I need better mics. I know I need better connectivity for the live streams. And so that's my promise to you. And I'm going to just keep proving to you. If you don't believe me yet, that's fine. I'm just going to keep proving to you. And for those of you who have taken a chance on us and have clicked through an affiliate link, have done, Fetch to every one of our patrons, free and paid, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So the watch hours update is this. We did a lot of live streaming last week. So that's all starting to show up now, which is super, super awesome. We are at 1774 watch hours. So that means we need 1,226. All right, so I'll type this up. So this is 1,226 watch hours needed for memberships, stickers, I can't type, super chats, etc. Okay, so that's the channel goal. I appreciate every one of you who has been watching. I don't know, doesn't even want to post right now. Anyway, 1226, 1226. There it is. We'll make it show. Okay, that's what we're looking for here. We are going to do some form of a ride along tomorrow. So I don't know if it will be for actual delivery. It may just be going from 7-Eleven to 7-Eleven to get free Slurpees. That might actually be the main part of it. We might do a little delivery in there too. But it's free Slurpee Day tomorrow. So if you have 7-Elevens as well as some other, I think Speedway is participating for those of you more Midwestern people. I think it's Speedway that does it. So you're at 1089. Keep going, Womble. Keep going. You got this. So keep pushing with everybody. Thank you so much for all of the support. So my goal is for the 3,000 watch hours. I believe the goal is end of, what were we going for? End of September? Does that make sense? Is that about 10 or 11 weeks out? I don't know. Maybe not. Let me look. 10 weeks from date. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's like 11 or 12 weeks out. So I'm hoping that we can get about 100 watch hours a week, especially now that we have this awesome backdrop rolling for you guys. So we're hoping to get about 100 watch hours a week over the next 10 to 12 weeks to get us really close by the end of September. And then we're going to try to squeeze out another 1,000 watch hours from October, November, December, because I will be doing a lot more delivery. Should be some better live streams, some crazier things once our season gets started down here. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all that sort of stuff. So that's the channel update. I appreciate all of you guys. It is kind of late, so we're just going to close in prayer real quick. Womble, are you feeling better? Let us know. And I haven't heard any updates on Dashing Maverick either. I know he was starting to feel better, so appreciate you, Womble. And shoot me that email too. Don't forget, I'll get signed up. Awesome. Well, let's pray really quick. Dear Heavenly Father, just thank you for today. We thank you for the opportunity to hang out, and just thank you for everybody here who spent a minute or the entire show. Appreciate everybody. And Father, I just thank you for all these different opportunities that we get to talk about of ways to be productive, to work on building side hustle income as we're doing these things. And again, this technology to just hang out together in this time and in this place. Father, we just thank you. Womble saying he's better. We just thank you for healing him up and helping him get going again. We pray for Dasher Maverick if he's still sick, that you would just help Drew feel better as well. And just thank you for this. Again, we just pray for anyone affected by the hurricane, that you help them to make wise decisions as well. We thank you for all these tips. We just pray that every one of us would step up our game in at least one of these areas, whether it's in the delivery tools, in the comfort, the productivity, or subscriptions or memberships that would just help really improve our overall thing. And we just pray so much that you just be working in our hearts and lives for how to serve other people. Help us to serve, learn, grow, adapt, and lead us in the path to freedom. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you all. Have an awesome, awesome night.